right. I want to welcome everyone to our webinar titled Engage Users with Better Charting, presented by Barchart. I myself am Bill Karabetos, the Institutional Sales Associate at Barchart, joined by my colleague, Mark Water. And we're going to do a quick introduction of Barchart. Barchart is a leading provider of data services and solutions to the global financial, media, and commodities industries. We provide market data, company alternative, everything from the price of a commodity all the way to a PE ratio of an equity and everything in between. Some of our services include Barchart On Demand, which is a series of cloud-based REST APIs that allow you to deliver or receive content in a variety of ways. Barchart Digital offers a suite of tools, including charting, portfolios, and watch lists. Then we have streaming data feeds, and then Commodity by Barchart, which will contain a variety of proprietary data and front-end solutions, including our flagship platform, Commodity View, and our new Excel tool. Now, moving forward, I would like to introduce my colleague, Mark Water, who will take it from here.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Bill. We're going to dive right in on how charting can help you. To give a little background for this, I'm going to touch on something we did throughout 2019 here at Barchart. We started a survey to see what drives retail investors. You could actually go to our website and download this whole survey and take a look at it, but I'm going to give you just a brief overview of it. So Barchart surveyed over 400 investors across LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Respondents were divided into three groups. There was your general online audience, active investor audience, and business professional audience. What we found with these is charting was ranked as one of the most important features. 94% of the active investor audience checks stock market prices daily. 80% of those users turn to financial media for checking for stock quotes. We identified three tools that primarily drive user engagement here: financial news, watch lists and portfolios, and charts. Now, a premium desktop experience, be it web or dedicated software, was identified as key for these active investors. So how do we use the charting and these features to drive user engagement? We'll start with a brief technical overview of how we can implement this. Barchart's charting is written in plain vanilla JavaScript, which means there's no framework required. It's a very small download for the SDK. It's around 300K, and it's 100% API-based, meaning any of the stylistic changes or technical indicators, that's all controlled via API. It's also open and agnostic. It'll support our entire data ecosystem. It also supports virtually any third-party data feed. That can be data from other sources, proprietary content that you don't want to have open up into a public forum or provide to us, and it's also easily private labeled or rebranded. To expand on that a bit, you have full stylistic control to match your product. See, the SDK itself doesn't provide a UI. You get to build your own. It also allows you to have events overlay and inject content directly into the charting itself. These can include things like news articles you've produced. It can be videos that you've shot that can give users additional content within the charting. It also has the ability to save and export user customized charts. That can include the technicals that they've overlaid on it, any drawings they've done on the chart, so on and so forth. It supports all modern day browsers, so you don't have to worry about different integration issues. And it can do basic to fully featured integrations. A really easy way to see this is to go look at our flagship site, barchart.com. On the top of it, you'll see three simple line graphs that will show price chart over time. If you were to dive into our Commodity View platform, which is our front-end trading platform, you'd be able to see the fully featured integration that we do there, which is much more complex chart types, and also the night or day mode, as you see in the photo to your right. Within the charting library itself, there's a variety of features that can help drive users. There's over 100 studies as of today, 11 different plot types, and 35 different annotations. It supports any interval, tick, intraday, end of day, and supports any range, 1 day, 5 day, 15 minute, 30 minute. You'll be able to do any of that in there. It also has seasonal and forward curve support and the ability to import custom studies and indicators, such as, I know a few of our viewers here actually have proprietary indicators they build themselves or whatever special sauce you have in-house. But the real question comes is how we can use this to create a sales funnel. Charting injects interactive content throughout your suite of products. You can't think of it as just one part within the tools you're giving your end users, but rather where it can be used throughout the whole suite of products you offer. The control over the display allows you to create tiered content within this. You can have introductory charts where people are viewing it, and then behind username and password, you can level in premium content. These can be the custom indicators we had mentioned before. These can be the event overlays, such as those news stories or premium news services you offer, or the videos you produce to talk about why markets are moving or predicting market movement. Also, another way to build into a sales funnel is saved charts. It's not just saving the chart that's the feature here, but rather how many charts an individual user can save. You can set limits on that. Say you let them save 2 or 5 charts, but then you can build out a funnel where they can save multiple charts, multiple chart types, and share those elsewhere. Integrating additional features around the charting will also help keep users engaged on the site. Things like watch lists and portfolios allow users to store data within your ecosystem. This keeps them coming back to reference that data that they have. Things like alerts prompt users back to your site to see why a price movement happened. From there, they're brought back into your sales funnel so you can sell them that premium or upgradable content to help further explain that. Which brings us to how we implement this charting into your own products. Barchart's charting solution is a modern, fully HTML5 compliant financial charting library that is built to drive user engagement for your platform. You can bring your own data or use ours. The benefit of using bar charts is you can get to market faster. It's already baked right in. As we mentioned previously, you have to fully customize the look and feel with the API-based stylings. There's superior implementation support and a robust customer service team, meaning we'll work with you every step of the way through this integration and help provide the ability to customize the charting library as you need to fit your application. It's compatible with all popular frameworks with no library or third-party dependencies, which means you won't be stuck troubleshooting some pesky browser issue because someone didn't install the right plugin. It's transparent and well documented to ensure success. In fact, all of what we have here is available online, open source, along with a trial that you can download and begin to play with the charting from there. So why use Barchart Digital? It's because we deliver the tools allowing you to focus on monetizing the customer. The responsive design will support all browsers, mobile, or desktop implementations you have. It's API-based, which allows you to tweak individual user experiences via very simple API calls. And it's a very light lift for your development team to implement this. And you can use it anywhere. It'll work across any platform you have, and it'll give access to hundreds of indicators, plots, and features across all of those also. So thank you very much for joining us on this. We do have, it looks like a couple questions that had come in, and we'll spend some time going over those. We encourage you to look on to our website and go through the charting documentation we have there and join our Barchart community in helping us better this product and giving us your feedback on it. So Bill, if you could take a look at a few of those questions for me.
Yes, looks like we have a couple questions here. The first question is, where can I test the charts?
So there's actually two different ways to do that. There's actually a demo built into our Barchart Solutions site from our digital page. That will allow you to play around with how we think the charts should be implemented. Now, keep in mind, this is just our interpretation of it and not a hard and fast rule of how they have to look. You get to control that stylistic point of it. Also, from there, you can find the actual download for the SDK. It comes with a perishable code, if you will, a key to access it. They'll actually allow your developers to take a look at how to build the charting and actually start implementing it themselves.
Okay. Going on top of that, is the charting library available via an API or SDK or both?
So this becomes a bit of a manner of how people actually want to speak technically. It's available via an SDK download to implement the charting library within your own servers. The stylistic approach and the absolute control over that is done via API. And if you're not looking for the lift or to maintain the charting library yourself, we can actually inject these directly into your web portal or website via JavaScript include also, where we handle all of that and just bring the charting directly into your site. So it's really kind of a multi-pronged approach there.
And the last question we received, will the charting library work in an iOS or Android application?
Yeah, so it's going to work in pretty much any native app. It'll also, as we mentioned, work in all web browsers or desktop instances. The open framework we have to it with no third-party dependencies really makes it quite flexible in that, as it can fit anywhere that's within your suite of tools or products.
Perfect.
All right. Well, once again, thank you everyone for joining us here today. If there's any questions, feel free to reach out to Bill or myself, Mark. And please, we welcome your thoughts and feedback on the charting library. And if you'd like to learn more about our retail investors survey, you can find that on barchart.com/solutions and download from there.